Hello, thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited today to talk about forgiveness. As I've gone through my journey, as I've done coaching, not only with my own coaching that I've hired coaches, but the coaching that I do with my clients, I've realized one of the most powerful things that we can do is really work on forgiveness. Sometimes it's forgiving others, sometimes it's forgiving ourselves. And no matter what the situation, what I realized is those who have a harder time forgiving tend to have more physical pain. They tend to carry more weight on their bodies as a result of this. I personally did lose a bunch of weight after I started these forgiveness exercises. And I didn't have that much weight to lose, I guess, but in the areas that I was holding onto it, which was my stomach, I noticed a dramatic decrease as I started to do these forgiveness exercises. And why do we forgive each other? Well, honestly, I didn't put all of this together until now, um, but I grew up going to church every week and saying the Lord's Prayer. And part of that Lord's Prayer is give us this day our daily bread, which is all about our needs and our emotional and our physical and spiritual needs, but also forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. That's huge. I don't know how it took me 38 years to come to this realization, but God will forgive us as long as we continue to forgive those who create actions of disharmony against us. And as we step into this embodiment of a very loving spiritual being, those who say things that may be mean or do things against us, we can forgive them for those things. And it is up to us because we choose whether or not to forgive someone. And I can tell you that I'm much lighter when I do more forgiveness. And I've realized after implementing a practice of daily forgiveness that I tend to hold on to things less and less and less and almost forgiving in the moment where maybe I accidentally cut someone off or I was in a hurry and didn't see someone, or I rushed in and I should have let somebody else go before me. And so all of those things add up. And I realized how many times in my life, we take those moments back and we mentally go back and we say, like, I forgive myself for rushing. I promise to slow down. Now, all of this really has to be done from the heart, because if it's not done from the heart, we're not really forgiving someone. It's like children playing at a playground. And as those children are playing, maybe Susie hit Charlie, and Charlie's mom goes up to Charlie, and Susie's mom goes up to Susie, and they're like, Susie, you hit Charlie, so what do you say? Charlie, I'm sorry. And it wasn't really from the heart, because they were told to do it. And so they're a little disgruntled in having to say I'm sorry because they did wrong, but it didn't come from the heart of what they really did wrong and understanding the consequence of their actions. Now, when we talk to kids at that age and really understanding that, maybe you didn't mean to, or that they were a little angry, we get to really explore those emotions, and that's for another day. But the thing is that when the forgiveness comes from the heart, let's say Susie saw that Charlie was crying, and immediately she's like, "Oh, Charlie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I accidentally threw the truck, and I didn't mean to hit you. I'm sorry." That came from the heart. It didn't come from a have to place. It didn't come from inauthenticity. And so when we do forgiveness, it is only working when we can do it from the heart, when we can truly say, I forgive myself for judging myself as, I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstandings, I forgive myself for X, Y, and Z. I let go of X, Y, and Z. And then we can go into like what is true for us. Because in those moments is when we really learn about ourselves and what we can do differently. And so each of these forgiveness exercises, no matter who you do it with, or if you commit to a practice, a daily practice like I'm doing, each of these pieces of forgiveness really helps you to align to greater possibilities. Because as we let go of things that may be kind of mentally mulling in our minds, we create space for more possibilities for things to come in. When we think of other people as greedy, we aren't really letting go of those things. And so once we can forgive ourselves for thinking of someone else as greedy, because if we think of someone else as greedy, we're thinking of ourselves as greedy in some form or fashion. And so we start to forgive those layers, opens us up for possibilities of prosperity and abundance. And so with each of these things that we do, we can truly get to the places that we want to go. We can achieve our goals when we implement different levels of forgiveness. And so I would love to hear from you on what you want to be trying to let go of and to surrender and to forgive. And if there is any hesitation, where is that hesitation coming from? I would love to hear, whether it's in the comments below or send me an email at support@christinsanborn.com. I would love to really be able to support this community in being able to start forgiveness exercises and to really explore those things that have been holding you back from living your dream. Have a wonderful day.